The guy will be streaming again. Okay. I gotta replay this because it's such a great game. And I only did like the last quarter of it or so the previous time. So fuck it. Supposedly Discord has some kind of overlay, but it doesn't seem to be working, so whatever. Okay, looks like I've framed all right. I don't recall where I previously was, but doesn't really matter. I better turn off the speakers. It's gonna double the audio.
Are you okay, Simon? I think you're bleeding.
Oh, that's nothing. It's just my brain can't stop bleeding from the accident.
Here, take this.
No, that's for later, for the scan.
It's green.
Ashley, I need to tell you something.
Simon, please don't make this weird.
No, it's not like that. Why now?
Who's David Munchie?
Why is there never enough time?
For what?
Christ.
Also, first time playing this with a controller. Too much of a hassle using keyboard and mouse on a bed.
Yeah, I'm up.
Hi, Simon Jarrett?
Yeah, that's me.
My name is David Munchie. We spoke earlier.
The brain scan. I remember.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a bad dream. Are we still on for today?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling. I wanted to remind you to drink the tracer fluid I sent you. It'll help me capture a better image of the damages.
Don't worry, I got it somewhere.
Okay, great. Well, I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
Okay, see you soon.
I'm gonna have to reacquaint myself with the controls here. Okay, D is to rotate. Yep, I got that. Now what about bringing it closer? That's throw.
Where did I put the tracer fluid?
Supposedly it shows up in a random place every time, but I've always seen it in the medicine cabinet. Oh, there we go. Wait, no. There's a way to push and pull an object in front of you. No, that's throw.
Come on, radioactive tracer fluid, where are you?
No, that just rotates still. I think there's a modifier of some kind. On PC it's the scroll wheel. Or maybe it just automatically pulls it next to you. Okay, I don't know. Doesn't really matter, honestly.
Forgot to hit send. Does it matter? I already told him about it.
I really don't think it matters. There's really no alternate ending. Well, no. There's no alternate ending. There's also no significant story changes except for a few characters' interactions. They have some alternate lines based on some actions you take, but otherwise, no significant gameplay changes. But it doesn't really matter because I think the story's powerful enough that, well, I certainly did mull over some of the choices you're supposed to make. Even after I knew that they affected nothing. They're portrayed with enough dramatic weight that you think long and hard about them. Long and hard, yes. Long, hard choices. Hi Jesse, since you probably forgot, here's me reminding you that I've got that doctor's appointment tomorrow, i.e. I'm not coming into work. This means you need to make sure you're actually on time to open up the store, and please unpack the boxes behind the counter. They are starting to become a workplace hazard. Also, books tend to sell much better if they are put on shelves where people are actually able to see them. Good luck, you'll need it, Simon.
Better late than never.
And we're going to see Dr. David Munshi to get her brain scanned. Before which we have to drink tracer fluid. Oh, I see right stick, okay. Wait, would that pull objects? Come here, you. No, that just moves your view. Should have known that. You got the mouse right here. Mouse wheel. Push, pull. What the hell is the equivalent for the controller? Oh, why don't I make like someone who isn't a fucking retard and look at the goddamn controls? Okay. Throw, run, inventory. Oh, I see. All it does is switch the left and right sticks. Rotate and menu. No. Key bindings. That's not going to change anything. Oh, controller mapping. No, again. What's the equivalent function for the right mouse assigned to? Something else, clearly. Oh, it doesn't even show you that you can move objects around while you're holding them. Pushing them in and out. Mouse wheel isn't even represented here. Interesting. Well, again, it's not important. to be able to do that, and now I'm going to be stuck with this object. Look. Oh, there we go. Anyway, it's probably in the bathroom. Usually is. Every time I've played it, it has been. Oh. They changed it up on me for once.
I don't want to keep the doctor waiting. I'll shower when I get back.
Either that, or it's probably in the kitchen cabinet. Or in his nightstand. I wonder if he's so forgetful about where he places tracer fluid because of his bleeding brain. Bingo? Bingo.
There it is. Feels like milk, but the taste, it's like sucking on a penny. Nothing but fast food. Should buy something healthier on my way home.
Wait, why can't I look with an object now? Something seems to have changed. Whoa. Weird. I screwed something up. Oh, great. I'm pressing hold and it's totally canceling my ability to look around. Get a restart or something? That's gonna bother me. How the hell did that even happen? Is there something resting on the keyboard? Error. Or I could be a boss and use the controller to move and the mouse to look.
Hey Simon, it's Jesse. You working this weekend or what? I knew there was something you were doing. Was it this weekend or
You're
next?
supposed to have to hold it.
Anywho, just shoot me a mail or something. Love you, miss you, mean it.
End of
Oh, there it goes.
I swear, that guy has the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
got
working.
the email off. He must have caught up by now.
Nothing works anymore, I tell you. Conservative ass. They're ruining everything.
What happens if I ignore it? Oh hell. I feel compelled.
Jesse,
Hey, Simon, I got your email. Just wanted to wish you good luck and let you know I got you covered.
thanks. I should be able to come to the store after the scan.
Don't sweat it. I got Matt and Chris helping me out.
Future
Maddie
doesn't
from SNL?
Guess you didn't hear?
wait.
He's coming in full time.
The
Working the
future
comic
doesn't
section.
wait.
That's Ashley's job.
Yeah, well,
Huh.
you know.
Forget it. Not doing her any
Coffee.
favors by
We know
leaving
how
an
you
empty
like
spot. Not like she's coming back.
Well, good luck. Hope they find a way to reverse the whole, dying thing.
Dying thing? You're the worst support ever.
What What should I say?
I'll see you later, Jesse. Don't burn the place
Arc
down while I'm gone.
of
Over and out, buddy.
Won't find me in a photo booth. All of it's set up.
They should have stuck some very unsubtle ads on the inside of that subway, kind of like Jacob's Ladder. That one that says like,
Hello?
life is hell
Dr.
if
Munchie?
you're on drugs or something, and hell is in huge letters, so it's the only thing you see. Oh, cool. Looks like the sound
Where is
quit.
everyone? Thought this place would...
What the fuck? Hello. Super! Let's troubleshoot. But it switched audio devices accidentally. Let's see, the mic reports to be working. Oh, the levels don't look all that loud. Test. Okay. Oh, it's always something, isn't it? Oh, okay, I just can't hear it. Oh, you think it's because I accidentally turned my own fucking headphones down? Yes, of course. Stupid ass me.
Be busy.
There we go. I'm gonna go through this fairly quickly because I've beat it like twice. Code for the door 2501. Snoop on David Munchie's emails or his partners or whomever. Oh, Paul Berg, right? They're not even doctors. They're undergrads, I think. Or maybe they're post-grad, but they do not have doctorates. Then again, it's not like they're cutting me open or anything. There's an article about them in here, I think. Okay, yeah, a graduate student in neuroscience. Paul Berg. When we're meeting David Munchie, student of computer science. A student. So is that to imply he has no degree at all? Oh well, that's really not fair, because, like, the whole concept, I mean, it fucking works, and evidently revolutionizes a lot of things. The whole concept of brain scans and stuff seems to be... I don't know. They don't talk much about what happens in the world between the two times in which you play. So I don't know how much it affected, but clearly it had far-reaching effects.
Oh, hi. Didn't hear you come in. Simon Jarrett, right?
Dr. Munchie?
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie.
Yeah.
But I'm working on it. Actually, you're helping me right now.
Is this part of your thesis work?
Yeah. It's a study I'm doing with my colleague Paul Berg. We hope to design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction to help people like you. Oh, did you take the tracer fluid?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Great. Well, we can start whenever you're ready.
Let me help you out here. I feel like that the game has extensive asshole physics. Well, not as extensive as in other games like Max Payne and stuff, but or Max Payne 2 rather.
Don't wander around. There's
And
needles
Half-Life.
flying around.
Half-Life 2 is like it almost introduced Half-Life physics. Wow. Introduced the concept of asshole physics. Damn it. Here you go, buddy. Thought you might be tired. Want to sit
Please,
down.
have a seat.
No, you take a seat. You take a seat. There you go. You're welcome. Now try and scan my brain. Oh yeah, he just flips through it.
All right. Let me just get this out of the way.
Get this out of the way.
You are
How about that
Simon
chair,
Jarrett,
huh?
Correct?
Right.
Toronto, Canada. Munchie. Born 1988, July 16.
Right.
Flat neurograph. Version 6. Good. All files in order.
Will this hurt?
It's just a scan. It'll hurt about as much as getting your picture taken.
Indians thought cameras would steal their souls.
Stupid
That's
savages.
Well, let's hope they're wrong. Ready? Say cheese.
What happened? Hello? Mr. Munchie? Did something go wrong? This isn't funny.
I doubt many people are even going to watch this, but I am wondering whether or not to
I'm not supposed to put myself in.
talk about events with the
This
knowledge.
is kind of stressing me out.
With the knowledge of the ending and all the events that occur, because it's much more interesting.
What the hell is this place? How did I get here? I can figure this out.
A second time
I just
through.
need to stay calm. No need to make things worse.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to spoil the hell out of it. So, I guess if you haven't played Soma before, if you're even watching, find a different stream, maybe. Or if you haven't played it and are planning on it. So, we've just woken up as a half-human robot, having had the brain scan taken in 2015, 2014, 2013, sometime like that. And we've woken up in 21, about 100 years later, so like, 2116 or something like that. Essentially, we're inside one of these suits. with some digital binocular, or, you know, binocular to stereo camera vision, kind of shoved inside the remains of a person that worked here in Pathos 2. I forget her name, but yeah, once we woke up here, we looked down, we saw our regular, like, human hands and legs, so it's, I guess, implied that even though this, from here on out, we are Simon Jarrett's brain scan inside a computer, kind of shoved into a corpse. But he hasn't yet, I guess, allowed himself to realize that because of the continuity. I mean, he literally skipped 100 years. Anyway, gotta break out of here. Yeah, fuck it, I want to talk about the game, and I'm not gonna wait until the end. And now, why he was why his brain scan was inserted into the woman's body, or what was left of it, and why the computer was shoved into it before that, etc., I guess, is because of the WOW. WOW being the Warden unit, the underwater laboratory, power station, etc. The kind of omnipresent AI security system and life support system, and its prime directive being to preserve all life, period, no matter what the cost or what the quality of life is, completely regardless of the quality of life. So it probably saw a corpse and thought, well, we need to rectify this. So it shoved some electronics into the brainstem and loaded, I guess, the first available brain scan available. First available brain scan, yeah. First available brain scan, and activated it. And it's like, there we go. Now we've brought somebody else back from the dead. And Simon Jarrett's scan was on hand because it was kept as a legacy scan from when the technology was first developed by David Munshi and Paul Berg. And of course, as expected, there are no mirrors until such time as you start becoming aware of what you actually are now. So you don't see yourself until a pretty startling reveal later on in a bathroom, which does have working mirrors, which kind of well, it is a trope. I think it's called tomato in the mirror. But normally when you see in a game that the mirrors are broken, you think either they don't have the technology, at the time the game engine didn't have the technology for mirrors, so they just all happen to be broken. This game does, it's just they don't want to spoil that until later on in the story, obviously. and the cause of the electromagnetic distortion went around basically. Well, it's not just malevolent creatures that the WoW's created. Or is it? Well, I don't know. I think the distortion is mainly used as a means of alerting you to an enemy's presence. But
Hey, you. Can you talk? Can you talk like the others? Why are you like this? You want some structure, Joe? Yeah, you do. So weird. Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna shut you down now, okay? Yeah, you're creepy as hell, so I'm gonna shut you down.
How did I do that?
and now the mockingbird has escaped. Terrible implications. Mockingbird being the name for these, well, they, I guess, weren't previously autonomous, but normally, before the WoW started taking over and post-apocalypse, the WoW not causing the apocalypse being caused by a meteor hitting the Earth and extinguishing basically all life except for this undersea facility. But they were previously used by pilots sitting in a pilot seat, much like the one we got our brain scanned in, and the one we just woke up in, controlling them directly with their mind, and being able to see what the Mockingbird sees and doing underwater repair work. And then the WoW came along and kind of shoved different people's brain scans into them to kind of give them a kind of afterlife, however variable that quality is. Although some of them are just kind of corrupted and no longer really have any semblance of humanity, and they serve as the primary antagonists in the game. Although I'm not entirely sure why they're antagonistic. It kind of seems like, being WoW creations, that they'd seek to preserve life at any cost rather than try and take it out. Or maybe it's a sort of, maybe they're although they don't kill you, they just knock you out, unless you get hit too many times, in which case you die. Also, if I was to go into this door right now, I would be attacked by that mockingbird previously escaped. So you have to wait a little bit until it goes away. But it is possible to have a premature encounter with it. So it's kind of like... The mechanic is, in a sense, like in the Silent Hill games, the radio, alerting you to the presence of monsters. And there's the person they just killed. Although I can see that they kind of hooked. It kind of looks like they hooked them up to some of the WoW's tentacles and whatnot. But they don't seem to be alive. They're pretty fucking dead. But there is one instance, one scripted instance in the game where you're attacked by Terry Akers, who is, well, he's an interesting character, to say the least. But you encounter him in monster form. And there's a scripted event in which you're attacked by him, knocked out, and then basically he shoves you against a wall, which is kind of covered with structure gel and kind of this biomass stuff. So rather than killing you, he tries to, I guess, make you a part of the WoW's consciousness. Which is, in a lot of ways, a fate worse than death. As you come across a number of people that have had that happen to them. Alright, where's my sprint? The hell is this button? It just stopped me. Oh, it's lean, okay. Lean. I don't know what button that is. Jump, crouch, flashlight when I get it. Oh, there it is. Left trigger. So I gotta go back and get, oh wait, no, I gotta go here. Get the Omni tool. Then I can go back to where I started and program it. Or stick a what do you call it, a Cortex chip into it. And the inventory system is really nothing more than an on-screen display of what you are currently carrying, but using items is all context sensitive, so you can't just pull an item out. You have to be next to something that the item can be used with, and it'll automatically be taken out and used. For instance, in here where we started, this light went out. Get close to here and he pulls the Omni tool out because it can be used with that interface. And now we have nothing in the inventory.
Service console Upsilon 3, including pilot seat, activated.
And whenever you see garbled text on the screen, that's an indication of the WoW's presence. So the WoW okay, so this is the current, this must be the current date. So it's 2104, May 5th, or May 9th. A little bit, yeah, a little less than 100 years later, about 90 years. And it's supposed to be kind of a log of what happened directly prior to us waking up here. We can see there's a Theta cache. Theta being a station underwater that's a part of Pathos 2 that we get to later. Maybe the graphs are stored at Theta or something. And the graph is referred to, what is it, a neurograph, a Nakajima neurograph or something like that, because the concept was developed by somebody named Nakajima. I think that's his name anyway. It's a legacy scan. DMSJ probably stands for David Munchie, Simon Jarrett. Subject, it's loading the scan. Subject, Simon Jarrett. Author, David Munchie, who has his own scan. And it would have been interesting if we encountered David Munchie's scan, because like he and Paul Berg were the first two people to have their brain scanned. Fittingly, as they developed it, along with a purely experimental, what is it? The opposite of organic. Synthetic scan that they created, just a fake personality to test it out. Created in Toronto, some gibberish as far as I can tell. Operation unavailable, perhaps meaning that the scan couldn't be loaded, and then we see some text. 4416C WOW CF77. So it used some hack override or whatever, complete. So the WOW obviously has some omnipotent characteristics, if they're not necessarily omnipotent by definition. And they loaded our scan into this half organic, half digital, biomechanical, whatever the fuck it is. Anyway. We're at Station Upsilon, which is like a power station, basically. Omni-tool, orientation,
I know they told you that field technicians would get full access throughout Pathos 2. I'm here to tell you that's not gonna happen. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to get in your way. We need you guys to keep this place up and running, but there needs to be at least some level of security on these things. I don't want to hear you barged into some quarantined area at Omicron and just knocked out the whole place with some virus, or whatever the hell they're doing over there. This is what you can do. You'll be able to use it to open doors, basically all of them. If you can't, there's something wrong or someone didn't want you in there. Then what do?
Anyway, that's Strohmeyer, security guy. We need no, it's a tool chip. Not a Cortex chip. I forget the difference. Anyway, stick that in.
Tool chip found.
Clearly the Omni tool belonged to a Louise Miron. We have to update the tool chip so we can get through the door and progress.
Tool chip security cipher updated.
Whoops. Oh man. I'm still getting used to these fucking controls. So we're in a basic ductile suit. 1 to 6, okay, contaminated, okay, and then in use. So we've got, don't have a flashlight yet. Actually we do, but he doesn't, we as Simon do not know how to activate the flashlight. Which is actually like a part of our head unit. So 1, 2, and 3. 3 is contaminated. 4 is okay. 5 and 6 are in use, so we must have used either 5 or 6. Keep hitting A instead of the trigger is to interact. I feel like maybe they should have reversed those, but whatever. Now we can go through here, which is just a shortcut to get through the door that required the Omni tool. That the Mockingbird so courteously smashed open for us. I think it's implying it went up into the ceiling. Although that would be... I don't know, those things are fucking huge. That's hard to imagine. And now the reveal of where we are, which is deep, deep underwater. And we start collecting, kind of doing, I don't know what you'd call it. There's a guy that did a really, really good series on Soma. It's a very new channel. Gameological Dig, I think is what he called it. Where he went through Soma and kind of explained the story and analyzed it and stuff. Did a really good job. And so we start coming into contact with the first signs of life of some bored people that work here doodling the local wildlife. Clearly reminiscent of regular fish, but with all sorts of corruptions caused by the WoW. As they say, WoW's freaky fishes. The person that drew that, I think, is Amy Azaro.
Amy, are you there?
I'm here.
Ready to let her go yet?
I guess so.
Plenty of opportunity to go to bed on the fishes back at Theta.
I'm gonna miss this place.
Upsilon?
Come on. We've worked here for years. You're not even gonna miss it a little bit?
A power plant full of psychotic machines. I'll find a way to go.
That's cold, man. It's not Upsilon's fault it got swarmed.
Whatever. Seal that thing and get back to camp already.
Roger that.
No clue if my voice is coming in over the game or not. Check real quick. Of course, I'm playing this on the TV, so I don't have dual monitors at the moment. Just in case, I'm going to turn the game audio down a bit. Say -5 dB. Probably enough. Yeah, it's basically uncovering what happened to the last two people at Upsilon, Amy and Carl, who both, of course, have quite unfortunate ends. And because of the structuring of the game and the layout of Pathos 2, where you basically, the effects that you see the further you go into the game, it's the reverse chronologically. So you start at Upsilon, and Upsilon, like, everything starts going wrong at Station Alpha, where the WoW brain essentially is stored, and the corruption begins there and starts spreading outward, and Upsilon is the furthest away. So everything that happened here, as you go along, you see the effects getting worse and worse, because they've had more time to develop. So as bad as Upsilon seems, they were the last affected. And we're basically right behind Amy and Carl, sealing Upsilon and trying to escape. And there's somebody speaking here, but I never quite understood who it was. Because they're speaking through they're talking to a speaker of some kind. And then the game kind of locks you in here, and you can't progress without touching what everyone seems to call the alien butthole, which has the effect of healing you, although by doing so you're effectively attaching yourself to the WoW temporarily. And I think in that way it's able to do something, I don't know. It's not gone into detail how the WoW heals you, but it does.
What was that?
I think actually it might be kind of like grounding yourself. Like by touching something, you release you don't release electricity, but you equalize yourself, so there isn't a build-up on either side. You equalize yourself to the same. I don't know much about electricity, but it has something to do with, you know, electrocution happens because there's more potential energy on one system than another, and a huge, you know, influx passes over and can cause damage, etc. And so because you're partially like a bioelectrical object or whatever, I guess that's how it heals you? Maybe? I don't know, but you obviously get physically injured too, so how it's able to do that, I don't know, but Structure Gel does have the effect of being able to spread onto things and combine things, bring things to life, merge things, whether or not they're biological. Which explains our post-organic existence, being half machine, half human. I think we're going this way. So supposedly the Mockingbird is like crawling through this air vent, but I wouldn't think it would be small enough to do that. Big enough for a person, definitely, but So yeah, Upsilon geothermal power plant. Let me come across, I think, the first sign of, I mean, besides ourselves, but we don't know that yet, or we're not supposed to know it in the game. The first sign of a seemingly sentient machine.
Hey, can you hear me?
Don't touch the structure gel leakage. Can't confirm it is. Incorrect grammar there. Of course I'm going to point it out because I'm a fucking pedantic asshole. Can't confirm its effect. I think they mean effect with an A. Effect. Wait, no. It's effect. No, it's right. That is a noun. Effect is right. Issue has been reported to something, system engineer, senior security engineer, something, we'll check. And so to progress here, you're also forced to act by disconnecting this apparently sentient machine from their power source, which there is no other option for. Which then allows you to power up the station and get into the next room. But then that's kind of where you start learning that clearly something has gone terribly wrong, and machines are speaking and acting as though they're human, and what the fuck. And I'm not positive who may have been in that robot. I don't believe it could have been Amy, because I don't believe she ever had her brain scanned. I'd have to hear that voice next to Amy's. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's posts on, you know, a subreddit or forum somewhere that talks about the identities of all the... There is a fuck ton of names and people to keep up with in this entire game. And they all have at least some minor role in the story. I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure who she is. Or was. Simple puzzle here, that's just timing based. Hit this when it's green, hit the next one when it's green.
What's happening? Hello? Is there anyone there?
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you. Upsilon, what's going on?
I have no idea. I just sort of woke up here.
In the room right now?
It was like a seat with a helmet.
Is that right? What's your name?
I'm Simon Jarrett.
And what do you... damn relays. Where are you now?
Someplace dealing with electrical power. I'm not sure if it's a plant or a transformer.
Yeah, you're probably in the thermal plant somewhere. You want to go upstairs to the comm center. It's the room with the dome ceiling.
Hey, look, this place is not... There's something seriously wrong here. Hello?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. We lost another relay. Just listen, head for the comm center upstairs. I'll wait here.
And thus is our first interaction with Catherine, who is the other major protagonist of the game. And the fact that she sounded somewhat confused, like she had just woken up when we contact her, because, again, spoilers, she's not strictly human. She is Catherine, but she is Catherine's brain scan inside a machine, much like this one, actually, at site... What was it? Lambda, I think? There's a good half dozen sites or so. It's hard to keep up with them. It's basically the next one we go to, I think. I have to wonder if the reason she sounded confused when contacted is because she was just activated when we contacted her. But because power was just restored, we just reactivated Upsilon, the power station. So it's possible that she had just been activated. Possibly even for the first time since her brain was first scanned. I'm not sure about that one. I mean, when we finally go to see her, she is in... Her consciousness is in a Cortex chip that's loaded into a little robot. It's basically the same as that one, only with, like, a screen on it. I don't know. Something to think about anyway. But I think it's very likely she had just been activated by our powering Upsilon. And now, of course, we're gonna get put into our first potentially lethal interaction with an enemy, which I think... Now, it's not the Mockingbird from earlier. Or is it? No, it is. It is the Mockingbird from earlier. And if we walk this way, that falls and breaks, and we land on the ground. And if we go down the ladder breaks and falls, and either way, we're stuck. Unless we go forward. So, I'll go the ladder route. And in doing so, triggers the Mockingbird to come out here. Covered in, like, bioluminescent patches of some kind, which are basically the game designer's way of indicating that something... the presence of the WoW. All these little UV spots So to get past him, we have to go up this ladder, but there's steam. So we've got to turn off the steam with this. Which, when we do so, makes a big noise and alerts him to our presence. But we have an escape route. Oh boy. Okay, I better go. Shit. I think I got injured from the fall. I seem to be limping a little. Or am I? I don't know. And now we meet Carl. Or Carl's ultimate state, which is immobilized inside a broken mockingbird, and in which we get introduced to our first true moral choice, because all the other choices thus far have been have forced you to do something in order to progress in the game. But in this case, there are two choices that both allow us to progress, but which have different outcomes for Carl. One, arguably, far worse than the other. And we learned from our ability to data mine and reading notes and looking at, forensics, etc., what happened. So knowing that Amy and Carl are the two workers that were tasked with sealing up Upsilon, or putting it in like a low power state to generate enough to power the rest of the facility, in order to carry out the basically the last the final mission of Pathos 2, which is the ARC project, loading all of the basically the remains of humanity, which is the people in Pathos 2, and even then only the ones who had their brains scanned by Catherine, which will then be loaded onto an ARC and put inside a simulated virtual sort of paradise, shot out into space to live in eternity among the stars, is actually one of the phrases they use constantly. And so I believe that this is the mockingbird that killed Carl. We will find his body shortly. I think it's in here. Yep. There's Carl.
Oh god, he's dead? He's dead.
And his ID or Amy's, either one we can use to access that terminal that I was at before to unlock some doors. So at some point that Mockingbird, I'm guessing from that data mining, killed him with like blunt force trauma or something, and then chased after Amy, where she ran into this machine room or whatever, or not there, here. The workshop, and using this severed power cable electrocuted it. And then went off to, well, at this point, an unknown fate, but, well, I know the fate. And we will as well shortly. But Carl is not strictly dead either, because his consciousness is still inside this Mockingbird, being kept alive by the WoW.
What are you?
Are you blind? It's me, Carl Semke. Wrangler? Any of this sound familiar to you?
No, actually.
Well, thanks for being so helpful. It's not like I'm knocked out on the floor or anything. What the hell happened to you?
Are you human?
Shit, did my body give it away? I try hard staying mystery. Yeah, I'm human. Are you?
My name is Simon. Do you know anything about this place?
Oh, you knew. That makes this slightly less weird. Look, I'm obviously hurt. If you see anyone else around, just tell them where I am.
Poor Carl.
What's wrong with your everything? Do you go diving in sewage or something?
And so this is kind of a funny scenario because we're both talking to each other.
Hello? Can you hear me? It's me, Carl, calling from the floor. Like, right next to you.
We both can see what our actual state is. But we're both sent in very similar situations. We're not our original selves, neither Simon nor Carl. We are ourselves in that our consciousness, our brain scan, is loaded and active, and we're conscious and sentient, but we still believe ourselves to be strictly human, where neither of us is, and we both think that the other... We can both see that the other isn't, but we don't realize it for ourselves. Carl believes he is still human, that is to say, in his original body, and that something weird happened, and he's stuck. That supposedly the last thing he remembers is being in the pilot seat, which he explains later. I'll just shut up and let him explain it. And of course, we as Simon don't yet realize our state.
If you hadn't noticed, I could use some help.
So, where are you exactly?
Are you for real? I'm right here. See me waiting? Look at my hands. Hey, buddy.
Okay. I'm just gonna be. I'm not seeing it. I see a machine, a robot talking.
What the hell are you looking at? I'm here. See?
Okay. I just didn't expect you to look like that.
You're really hung up on appearances, you know that?
How did you hurt yourself?
Not sure. Blacked out pretty bad. Can't remember how I got here.
What do you remember then?
I was in the pilot seat, remoting a UH.
UH?
A universal helper. You know, a robot like these things, but livelier. Anyway, I was just dealing with some heat shields, and that's my last clear memory.
You were remote controlling a robot.
We do it all the time. Robots are too on a way to deal with some stuff. Intuition doesn't grow on motherboards, you know?
Could you maybe get trapped in the robot somehow?
Your mind is pretty tightly wired to the helper, but nah, pretty far-fetched.
Listen, I don't want to alarm you, but I think you might be trapped in a robot.
I'm telling you, get your eyes checked. I'm right here. I see both my hands, both my feet. When you remote, all you see is like a video feed from the helper unit. Your own body is entirely out of the picture. Find someone who can help.
Okay, so let's see. Right, the comm center, right up there. But it cannot be opened due to a very poorly designed power system, I guess. Another alien butthole health station. Should we need it, but I think I'm okay right now. I'm not seeing the splitting or anything, and I don't think I'm lipping. If I am, it's not much. I forget what his ID was. Oh, I know where the other one is, that's right. Theta, turn around. We sealed Upsilon to keep it working. Don't fuck it up. A is Aro. Amy is Aro. Carl was not my fault. Yeah, so she left that note, got the fuck out of here after Carl got killed. And there's her ID. So we can use either her ID number or Carl's to access the terminal. 0735. And you can use both because they have slightly different, they have, you know, like emails, so you can get a little more information by looking at both of them. And there's ostensibly, you know, that goes, they're like a broken airlock where the ocean is just like right outside the fucking door. Flood hazard, yes, indeed. I think it warns you against touching that somewhere. You can touch it, and it starts to open, and more water comes in, but it stops again, so you can't die by doing that. And so suit number 2 is gone. Apparently taken by Amy when she left. What was that? 0735, I think? And then 0722. Oops. So we've got some mail. Sent to Heather Wolchek, who was identified as the, wait, I think they... God damn it, I keep confusing A and right trigger. Fuck! Okay. Staff, here we go. Well, this is just Upsilon staff. So, Carl is a wrangler, or was. Amy was a field service technician. For the life of me, I can't remember what SSE stands for. It's like Senior Security or System Engineer, or something like that. I think it's senior. It's a system engineer, systems engineer. It's a lot of names, and they pretty much all have field Louise Miron under field service technicians. That's the person that previously owned our Omni tool. So, to Heather Wolchek, we've managed to link most backup turbos and activate all generators. Upsilon should be able to produce power for at least a decade before we start burning through the flues. The bad news is that the machines are getting worse. We've tried to come up with a way to shut them all down, but considering the insane amount of units at Upsilon, it's not looking good. Seriously worried they could disrupt power production when we leave. Ideas? And... see, that was sent May 3rd. So this is just... we wake up, this is the 9th, I believe, according to the terminal in the room we woke up in. I can do math, hang on. This was 6 days ago. 3:41 p.m. And she got a reply about 15 minutes later, or 20, about 30 minutes later. I can do math. Good job. Try to get all the backup turbos running and cut production to 60%. With all the evacuations, we can survive on a low and steady hum. No need to strain the system. We should be able to get 20 to 25 years of production before we have to fall back on the turbos. The robots are getting increasingly erratic, all over Pathos too, and unfortunately there's no universal kill switch. Seeing how we won't return to Upsilon, you could try sealing off sectors to prevent the helpers from getting to the sensitive areas. Which explains why when we get here, a lot of the places are locked down. Like those, the pneumatic door locks that we, you know, turn and they fall off. Like the one holding us in initially. Where we kind of inadvertently release some of the machines. Like the first Mockingbird we see, because we take off the pneumatic door lock. Of course that's necessary to progress in the game, because it's the hole that gets created in the wall that allows us to progress is created by the Mockingbird, which is released from the machine shop or whatever by us because we took off the pneumatic door lock, sealing the door shut. So we're kind of undoing what they did to keep everything locked down. But it doesn't really matter at this point because there's nobody... well, there's one person left alive that's strictly human at this point. And it's not us, obviously. So this was 6 days ago, so we're kind of right on their tail. And keep in mind the things happening 6 days ago at Upsilon, everything happening progressively further away gets progressively worse because of the chronological proximity to, like, ground zero of the WoW going nuts and creating all these, as they call, psychotic machines and everything. God damn it, I keep doing that. Okay, so we can turn on a number of these. We want the comm center. However, insufficient power to unlock the door. That's such a strange design to me. So you have to shut down one of the highlighted sections to divert power to the comm center. I guess it's not to unlock the door, but to actually power it. And because the plant's only running at what they said, 60% capacity, then... but we can unlock these doors. Which aren't strictly necessary. It's just, you know, some flavor text, some things to investigate, such as the black box, which becomes a major, or pretty major plot point later on in Omicron and events surrounding that, as to why people spontaneously have their heads explode. This black box is a precision instrument designed to observe your overall condition. It measures a wide range of data from body temperature to brainwave activity. This information is constantly relayed to Pathos 2's Warden unit, WOW, so the station can provide you the appropriate climate for every situation. For optimum performance, please follow the auto-injector instructions carefully to make sure the implant is properly applied. It's also the reason we can data mine. When we come across a dead body, we can hear a snippet of what they said and heard, because the black box is recording everything. Most of the time, it's like, just like the black box of a plane, it records the final moments, so you can get an idea forensically of what happened that caused their death, or what happened, at least circumstantial to their death. And so, the comm center activation, one of the two areas, one is to our left, directly to our left, which is this production assembly line or whatever, part of which is powering Carl. And now if we choose to shut that one down, it causes a short, which electrocutes him. And if we just leave, it's implied that he is electrocuted indefinitely. So I'm not going to do that. Fortunately, you can turn it off again and then do the other option. The trade-off being that if you take the other option, which is in here, it's implied that it, what do they say? We strain the system. If you pull the lever, there's no turning back. Make sure you want it bad enough. So, if you stop the power transfer, it basically kills the power to a bunch of things. So, either way, Carl gets fucked, but at least this way, it shuts off the power completely, killing him or putting him into a permanent coma or whatever you want to call it. Just the instant cessation of consciousness, which I think, considering the alternative, is very humane. But the trade-off for the humane option is that by turning off the power, it also causes this door down here to unlock, which lets the Mockingbird in, and then you have to avoid that. Which isn't that hard, really. But it's still a headache. Because his patrolling can be kind of tricky to figure out. And the different antagonistic creatures you come across all have different, like, operating procedures on what environmental stimuli they react to. Like, some of them are blind and react to noise, some of them react to movement, some of them react to just maybe temperature, I forget exactly. It's not super complex, but it's at least varied enough to make each one a more unique challenge. Now, what was the other one it opened? Wait, I opened... Fuck! Oh, storage. And okay, flow control to open the other... Okay. So we'll do that, because I can't stand to keep Carl electrocuted like that. But like the other interaction with the Mockingbird, you just have to sneak past him long enough to get up to the comm center and close the door behind us. There we go. Good thing I didn't need to heal. I forgot to turn off the, it also powers off the healing butthole. And here comes the Mockingbird. Oh, and we also have to get to the terminal in order to unlock the comm center. So ain't that a bitch? Now I think with the... I forget, but I think with the Mockingbird we just have to stay... Oh, fuck. I think his is just basic sight and movement. Yeah, go in there, buddy. Okay, so we got the comm center open. I think when he goes to investigate the workroom, we can get in. There we go. Smell you later. Wow, really? You're too slow, man. Right here. Hey, idiot! Now I gotta fuck with him. Or something I can throw. Watch, I'm gonna get killed. I gotta do it. I normally have a harder time than this. Eh. Suck it. Didn't even see us. Okay, I'm done with him. So now we can contact Catherine as instructed. And in case we got in some trouble and got hit, we can heal ourselves. I used to wonder if there was some consequence to...
It doesn't hurt anymore.
Oh, I guess we were hurt slightly. Anyway. I used to wonder if there's some consequence to using the WoW healing stations, like if it maybe caused you to become corrupted, you know, at the end of the game, maybe cause a bad ending or something like that, but no, there really isn't. The only time it really does anything, I think, is later on in the game in, oh, where is it? Theta? I think it's in Theta, where Catherine sees you healing yourself with one of the buttholes, and she's like, "What the hell are you doing? That's the WoW you're touching. Stop that." And I'm like, I need it, okay? It makes it easier. It helps me deal with the pain. Like some addict rationale there. Other than that, though, it doesn't affect anything. I was hoping that there was maybe some, like, double plus good ending you could get by never using one. Or never getting hit, or something like that, but no alternate endings, unfortunately.
Jonesy, how's evac coming along?
We got everything we need to move, but we can't leave the plant without supervision. Adams decided to leave Amy and Saru and Kalsanka to execute the automatization process.
And I bet they're thrilled about it.
I just wanted to let you know we're on schedule and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, I'll pass on the mold check. Jonesy, early morning for an evac, am I right?
It will do. I wanted to introduce you to Amy and Cal. They'll be doing the talking as soon as I leave for Theta. Say hello.
Hey, Theta.
Hello.
So they're planning the evac here.
Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Obviously.
I suppose that's it. I'll see you real soon.
Or no, they are evacing then.
All right, Jonesy, have a safe trip.
And this is April 27. Which is 12 days ago.
Jonesy. Hey, hello, Theta.
Or whatever.
Upsilon.
13 days, whatever, 2 weeks.
We could really use direct contact with Heather. Site service engineer Wolchek.
Direct links are almost impossible to establish. The Lumar relays are basically junk at this point. You can send messages via the comm center. If you want, I'm pretty much always here, ready to relay anything by hand. I know it's a shitty system, but it's all that works right now.
All right, we just have to make do. Catch you later. Hello? Peter, was it?
I'm here. What's up?
We're getting out. I just want to tell you that I'm going to seal the comm center now, so this is definitely the last you'll hear from us. If we don't show up in the next couple of hours, send in the cavalry.
Hang on, what's happening? It's still the same plan, right?
Yeah. We'll head for the shuttle and ride it directly to Theta.
Okay, good. I'll rally the troops for a welcome party.
Good, I like to hear.
Unfortunately, Carl never makes it, as we already know. But now we know what they were planning on doing before things got fucked up by a rogue mockingbird. Oh, we've also got kind of a map of all the different sites. And an idea, I think, of where we are. I forget where Pathos 2 is located, actually. But as we see, the apocalypse happened as many as 4 or 5 months ago. Because they probably knew, you know, a bit in advance at least, that if meteor was headed towards the Earth, and Bruce Willis was not around to destroy it. Okay, quake following impact, estimated time, 5:13 a.m. Wow. So, the impact happened, ostensibly, 2103, January 12, 5:13 a.m. Whoops. Damn. That was sent literally a minute before the time of impact. How about that? Like, hey, we're gonna die, but we'll have a nice view. That's kind of baller. Now, there's only one of these that works, I think. But they're... Oh, I forget. You have to play this little mini game, matching up the image. I think one of them does have something like some kind of corrupted voice talking to you. I forget though. God damn it! Hard to get used to this trigger system. I wish you could change it to A. Of course, what we want to reach is, what was it again? Lambda? Yeah, Phi and Tau are like way at the end, around site alpha as well. Yeah, so this is basically a map of all the places we're going to go, roughly chronologically, and in distance. Yeah, Upsilon to Theta to Lambda to Delta, or no, I think Lambda is first. Upsilon, then Lambda, then Theta, then Delta, then Omicron, then Tau, Phi. Tau, Phi, Alpha as kind of a sidetrack to deal with the WoW, and then Omega is the last one as you launch the arc from the space gun. Something like that. Yeah, the distances. Yeah, Tau and Phi being so far away due to their being way, way, way down in a trench. 99 meters. Or is Delta next? Oh, I can't even remember. But you do visit all of them, even if you just pass through. Yeah, Lambda is the next one, because that's where you see Catherine. Lambda's a very small site. Anyway. And Alpha doesn't show on there because it's officially a secret location. And there's some conspiracy stuff related to that, which you uncover later. Because they're not supposed to know about it. Which is kind of odd, as they end up knowing about it anyway. Because the WoW fucks their shit up real bad. Even though its prime directive is noble, it's just human life at any cost, or life over non-life at any cost is not not necessarily a good mantra to live by, as the game so aptly demonstrates. Which I think, appropriately enough, is pretty much the whole rationale behind, you know, the right to die movement, which I totally support. Assisted suicide, you know.
Killing yourself. There's nothing left to live for.
Omicron. Now, what would be happening at Omicron right now? I'm not sure who that voice is. could just be the WoW, but the WoW isn't... The WoW really is pretty amoral. I mean, it's a program. Oh! Now, while he wasn't stationed there, that may have been some remnant of the consciousness of the guy that started convincing people to kill themselves at Theta. The continuity guy. I forget his name. Because he did tell people that in so many words. Now, not just kill yourself immediately after you scan your brain, with the intention of the chances of your consciousness directly transferring to the copy to live on in paradise on this simulation, which unfortunately took hold with a lot of people and doesn't make sense. I mean, we even in the universe of this game and the timeline in which it happens, I don't think they know anything like near enough to make that kind of proclamation about the nature of consciousness and identity and solipsism and... But it's just the one guy that does that, and a couple other people that followed him. Actually, a lot of people, unfortunately. Mark Serang. Mark Serang is the guy. Anyway. I'm a fucking completionist, so I gotta do them all, because I forget which ones have... That may have been the only one. Omicron, and then Lambda when you contact Catherine. Oh, okay. There is another one. Yeah, not sure who that is either. Oops. Now I don't think contacting Upsilon makes any sense, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, good.
Hey, are you there? I found the dome ceiling.
Oh, that's better. Simon, was it?
Jarrett, Simon Jarrett.
Hi, Simon. I'm Catherine. Have you figured out what's going on yet?
Me? I was hoping you'd have some answers.
I probably have some. What do you want to know?
Where to even begin? I mean, what is this place? How did I get here? And why do the robots talk like they're people?
Well, you're at Upsilon, clearly. Have you never been there before? Where did you work?
The Grimoire in Toronto. Is that really important?
No, I mean, where did you work at Pathos 2?
I don't know what that is.
That's unexpected. Did you come directly from Toronto?
Simon...
Yeah, I did. And it was very unexpected.
In a lot of cases...
Have you seen any people? Like staff or field technicians?
Is amazingly
Only
dense.
robots, crazy ones.
This is also strange.
You're telling me. What was that? Whoa!
What's going on?
I think this place is about to collapse. What do I do?
Simon, come to Lambda.
How do I get there?
There are shuttle trains connecting all the sites. Find one and come here. I'll wait for you.
Shit! Where should I? Oh, fuck!
Like, he saw a complete list of sites, and that they were all, you know, like, under the name of Pathos 2, and emails, and maps, and all this stuff. What's Pathos 2? Where am I? Come on, Simon, it's a little late to be asking that.
What the hell? How is this possible?
And now,
This isn't...
reality starts to break through. Now he starts to finally accept, or he begins to accept reality and what he now is, although he still doesn't know fully, and won't know until we're at Theta. But he can at least he at least sees himself not how he wants to see himself, which is just regular skin, but the suit covering the person's body whom he is inhabiting. And so we gotta jump up here. Wondering if I should make this episodic by site. I think that would make sense, maybe. Because this is essentially the end of Upsilon. But I guess I could cut the stream later into separate videos. I certainly feel like playing more. Or I'll do, I don't know, Upsilon and Lambda or something. And the underwater seafloor treks
Find the shuttle to Lambda.
are kind of put in as a pacing device, because at most of the sites there's usually 1 or 2 enemies to avoid and some tasks to carry out and people to talk, or things to talk to at least. And these are kind of a contemplative breaker, you know, kind of a chance to breathe between each, and there are enemies, but there's really only one type, and they're very, very easily avoided, so... Are you forgetting where to go? Generally, you just follow lights. Zeppelin transport, which we can't call here anyway, so... It can be very easy to get lost here, though. But generally, you just follow these lights, which often turn on as you get near them, kind of indicating you're going the right way. Like there. Well, that would be a place to data mine if it was active. We got some floating robot buddies under here, some of them friendly, some of them antagonistic. I guess it would make sense that you wouldn't see like a watery distortion effect, because you're viewing things, you know, through, like, as far as I know, like flat glass lenses, not curved eyeballs. It's like the same as when you have like a scuba mask or something, and you look underwater, things look clear. Rather than, you know...
Come in, Theta. You better answer me, Strasky. Come on!
Amy, where are you?
The fields. I had to leave.
Is Carl with you?
It all went to hell.
Hold on. You got the power automated, right? The
plant is safe, we need the power to keep the sites running.
Oh, fuck the power! Fuck you, Strasty! The machine killed Carl!
Ah, shit. Alright, calm down. It'll be okay. Can you get back to Theta?
Yeah. I think so. I'll head for the shuttle, the Aux.
Good luck, Amy. Rooting for you.
And so we know that we're right behind Amy and that she made it at least this far and was heading for the shuttle. Same one we're going to. Nope. Now here's one of the corrupted... I think that's a mockingbird. I think that's like a corrupted mockingbird, but I'm not positive. Not positive what model or machine it is. But the developers indicate that by the red light and the visual distortion and audio distortion, and he says some really creepy shit though. But you can just run from him, as I recall. He's really not very fast. Now here's your friend, who has like a hydro-oxy cutter or something and opens doors for you. He busts you into places. He's your breaking and entering pal. Another one of those guys over there somewhere. Oh, what is that? Upsilon. Okay. Oh, there's one. Uh-oh. Just ignore me. Where'd he go? There he is. Kind of thermal vent or something? I don't know what's with the red light there. There we go. So the button doesn't work, but he can cut it for you.
Thanks, little guy.
Let's hope the shuttles still work. Where did I get a flashlight?
Coming right out of your fucking face.
Jackie, come in, Theta. Are you okay? What? I can't. Where are you now? Starsky, I'm at the shuttle, but it's not looking good. The lights flicker like mad. I think the power regulator is broken. I have to fix it. I don't want to get stranded halfway to Theta. What was that? I can't hear you. Don't worry, I'll fix it. Somehow.
No. I don't think that happens, Amy. I'm sorry. This may have been Amy's drawing. In fact, it's almost assuredly her drawing of a coworker with whom she had a romantic relationship. More sketches of hers, but they're just of screws and nuts and capacitors and resistors and then again, maybe she was documenting what she needed to fix it or something. Or she was very bored. Yep, 513, January 12. Comet Telos crashed into the Pacific Ocean. The impact ranks as one of the largest collisions ever recorded on Earth. All evidence indicates that the surface has gone completely barren and is no longer able to sustain life. Pathos 2's unique location has provided unparalleled safety for our staff. Some structural damage has been noted, but no casualties reported. The largest loss was the weather and communication station, located on surface platform Omega. Oh, okay, right. Omega's not where the space gun is. Omega is the surface platform where the space gun ends. The space gun goes the length, like the depth of the ocean, basically, the barrel, from either Phi or Tau. I forget which one it's at. Basically the last place you are in the game. And then it ends at Omega. Okay. Hence the Omega space gun. I thought it's whatever, you know. Which is, under the circumstances, a small price to pay. Theta will hold an emergency meeting to discuss the future of Pathos 2 and ultimately mankind. More on that. More on the matter will follow. Overseer K. Forquirin. That's an unfamiliar name. Overseer.
I guess it's a good thing we never had any kids. Hard enough looking my parents in the eyes. They're going to a bomb shelter upstate, by the way, along with your dad. I'm guessing someone will help him send you a message somehow. I mean, I hope they will. Hell, I'm not even sure you'll get this message. If you do, I want you to know I never blamed you for following your dreams. I was just mad it didn't fit better with what I imagined our lives would be. I really wanted the picket fence, big family, you know? I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm proud of you. And even though it's been difficult to be separated from you, I regret nothing. I'm happy And I really wish I was able to say this without the sky falling down. I love you, Amy. I always have, and always will.
Now, supposedly that would be the guy she drew there. And perhaps the house and picket fence he mentioned. But I forget if he was somebody in her past on the surface who died, or a co-worker somewhere in Pathos 2. I totally forget. Or maybe he worked on the Surface Omega platform. I don't know. Alright, so I was just going my own way without providing a rationale for it. This is less a let's play than a walkthrough, I guess. So, that's how you know there's insufficient power, by trying to turn it on. And so you have to go disconnect that pesky WoW who's hogging all the power, as they do. And you find... oh no! So that's how far Amy got.
Hey, are you...
Don't hurt me!
Wasn't gonna. Jeez.
Can I help?
Oh, then again, she
They
doesn't
won't
know
let
we're
me
human.
die.
We're, you know,
Nothing is allowed to die.
horrendous fate.
What happened?
An accident. Fixing the power. I was going to Theta.
Anything I can do?
If you see Masters or Holland, tell them I need help. Okay? Amy needs help.
So there is no chance that she is going to survive. However, when you first play the game, you don't know that. You don't know if there is still people alive that can rescue her. And when I first played... actually, when I first played, I actually did leave her alive, because I wasn't... at the time, I didn't know. But in retrospect, the only humane option, arguably, in my perspective, is to take her off life support, effectively killing her. And so the game gives you that option in the form of there being two power cables that the WoW has connected to this power station. There is one.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I want to go home.
And from there you see the shuttle is now powered. So you can leave it that way and be on your course, but you can also pull the second one, which turns on the safety systems, makes the power supply stable, and kills her. But I can't leave her that way in good conscience. So...
oh, fuck.
I mean, it sucks, but there just isn't another option. Although, it doesn't affect anything else. The shuttle crashes whether you unplug one or both of them. But that's not as a result of the power, it's a result of there being an obstruction on the tracks. now we have the shuttle. And a bunch of different locations we can go. But in reality, we can only go like a halfway to one of them. Because this is a linear story-based game. Which is fun.
Shuttle J6 activated. Standing by.
Okay, that's enough. So it allows you to pick like any site to travel to, but there's only one that you can reach, which is Lambda, and you crash part way there. It's not an ETA.
Welcome to Pathos 2.
It's not saying when you'll arrive, it's saying the time it will take to arrive.
Has now become home to the Omega Space Gun, the world's most affordable way to launch satellites.
Maybe it is an ETA. I don't fucking know, man. What does it matter?
Our unique Atlantic Ocean location allows for this gigantic coil gun, running longer than a marathon, to safely launch projectiles without risk of damaging the payload with risky combustion. The station spans multiple sites and has a diverse staff of engineers and scientists. Together, they are able to produce, assemble, and launch the world's most sophisticated spacecrafts.
It has WOW in the corner there, the logo.
Pathos 2 is also the home for multiple research projects within the marine sciences, including hydroculture, turbulence, and deep-sea construction. We are now leaving Upsilon for Lambda. Lambda is Pathos 2's shipping dock and transportation hub. There, you will be able to find shuttle trains leading to all the other parts of the station. And transports to this.
And you'll also find some bullshit on the tracks that's gonna fucking derail you. I tend to forget taking that. I remembered it this time. So we wake up injured. Fortunately, there is a healing butthole way down at the end.
Simon, are you there?
Catherine, is that you? I was on my way, but then the shuttle train, it fucking crashed.
Are you alright? The system says the section is sealed for suspected hull breach.
No, I'm not alright. What the hell happened to the world? Why are we underwater?
Wow, you're really out of place, aren't you? Look, don't worry about that right now. I realize you're confused,
but you're so close to Lambda. If you just keep going.
How close? Can I walk there?
Yeah, but the tunnel is locked off to protect the overall structure from collapsing. What you need to find is your section's maintenance hatch. It'll lead outside.
Maintenance hatch. No problem.
What is that? What's going on up there? I gotta go. See you soon, Simon.
Catherine? You okay?
We'll go there just as soon as I finger the WoW.
Jesus Christ! What the hell?
Once you're kind of familiar with some of the visual language of the game, the little UV spots on your arms probably indicate to you that in some way you are a part of this weird alien shit all over everything. Or it's a part of you, or, you know.
Here we go again.
I can find Lambda, right? I mean, really? How big can this ocean be?
Yes, how big indeed. Can't be that big, like a couple 100 miles? Perhaps more than that. Whoops, almost walked right into it. Whoa, hey, frame rate. Why don't you... No thanks, guy. I'll be on my way now. you can just stay back, you weirdo. Where am I again? Oh, here we are.
This must be Lambda, where Catherine is.
I always thought it was unavoidable in this section to get attacked by... what do they call it again? It's a Japanese term for a monster of some kind. Like the Jiangshi, something like that. Or Jianshi. So he goes and attacks Catherine.
Catherine?
Be quiet! Don't look at it!
And it's true, if you don't look at it, most of the time you don't get attacked. Sound of it teleporting. So I think it left. I should be able...
I think it's safe to come out.
Yeah, okay. And there's Catherine.
Hey, down here.
No, not you two. I was really hoping you were human.
Don't let the circuitry fool you. I was human once.
Can't take any more. Everything's fucked. I give up. There's nothing left.
Calm down. It's not the end of the world.
You sure? It sure as hell looks like it. For all I know, there's no one left except for me.
What do you mean? I'm right here.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I meant any humans left except for me.
Have you looked at yourself lately? You're a walking, talking diving suit with some electronics slapped on for good measure.
I don't...
You don't want to think about it? We'll start thinking about it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be this. I want out.
Before you do anything hasty, could you help me with something?
What?
I was trying to find out what happened with my project when that brute knocked me to the ground.
Your project? How could anything possibly matter when you know you're a stupid robot in a stupid dead world?
Okay, focus. I need you to fix me so I can get back to work. Then you can sulk as much as you want.
You gotta be kidding, right? I think I have a better chance of building myself a time machine than of putting you back together.
I just need to access the computer. Oh, is that an Omnitool you're carrying?
Oh, the door opener? I picked it up at Upsilon when
Come
I
here,
woke
Coco.
up.
Well, I'll have to do. Plug it into the terminal.
Sure, whatever.
When the Omnitool is loaded, just plug my Cortex chip into the tool.
What's a Cortex chip?
It will be obvious. I'll eject it for you. Just grab the chip and slide it into the Omnitool. Come on, I just need you to do this one thing for me.
Sure, whatever.
What are you doing?
Just plug it into the terminal.
Yeah, shush.
Lambda Terminal 27 activated.
The Omnitool is ready now. Should be easy enough. Just pick up the chip and slide it into the Omnitool.
Why does a robot chip fit a door opener?
It's standardized connect.
Catherine? Alright. Let's give this a try.
connectors. Pretty much anything will fit. Oh, this feels weird. I'm in the Omnitool? Thanks.
So, what's the project about?
My project? Oh, well, I saved all the people on the station as brain scans and put them into an artificial world. We were going to launch it into space to save it from, well, all of this.
Are you telling me that you were going to launch a computer world filled with people into space?
Yes. It was just a pet project at first, but it got really serious after the comet took out the surface. Then, suddenly it became very important, and it was officially named the Ark.
That's appropriate. How far did you get?
I don't know. That version of me that I am. It came from a scan I did pretty early on. The living Catherine could very well have finished the project and launched it. I guess she could even still be alive. Weird thought.
So the talking robots, are they also scans you did?
They could be, but I doubt it. I'd expect much more sense if that was the case. Alright, filing.
What's happening?
I managed to restore some data from the backup server. This should tell us everything we need. Oh. Could you do me a favor and run into the other room and have a look? I don't seem to be able to view the files in this condition. I need to know that the Ark is safe.
Sure, Kath.
Thanks. I'll unlock the door for you.
Now, I think pretty much all the scans...
What was it you said before? You're from Toronto?
Yeah, I just went in for a brain scan.
Are either hers or David Munchie's.
That doesn't make any sense. How? Why would anyone bring a scan from Toronto?
Legacy scan.
That's strange. What if I tell you it was back in 2015?
Whoa.
We figure it out.
Just check the computer.
Yes, look for anything about the Ark.
I found a tracker homed in on the Ark.
Oh, that's clever. I wonder if I thought of that. Does it still work? I really need to know what happened to it.
I think so. It's doing something at least.
Where is it?
Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
That's right, we're in the
Please let it be safe.
Atlantic Ocean, in the middle, right here. And it's at... where'd you go? Okay. So, it's one of the rare maps you get. Upsilon. Now we're at Lambda, which is pretty small. From there we go to Theta, which is quite... Oh wait, no. We go to Lambda, and we get put off course and land at Delta, which is mostly like an above ground... like, it's just... I forget what Delta is for exactly, but it's like a collection of... It's not like one big facility. It's like a couple little houses, and like some equipment. It's like a work site more than anything. And then from Delta, you take a... What do they call it? A Zeppelin. You take a Zeppelin to Theta. And then from Theta, you take it trek to Omicron, and then from Omicron, you take it climber down to... I don't know if it has a name, actually. It's not Tau. Anyway, from Omicron, you finally get to Tau, then you take an unlabeled secret take a journey to the secret site Alpha between Tau and Phi, and then you finally arrive at Phi, where you launch the space gun, where the barrel ends at Surface Station Omega. Right, anyway, so that would mean the Ark... No, you take the Ark to Phi from Tau. It's at Tau. I had to remember. Clearly. And at Tau, it is in this big place, right? I can't even remember what Tau looks like on the inside. Oh, that's right. Tau is where you find Jin Yoshida, which is like one of the hardest enemies in the game besides the Leviathan, because he's really fast. You can't really distract him or lock him anywhere, and he always seems to hone in on where you are. And he has a horrifying, like kind of stilted sort of walk, like he kind of speed walks, but it's like, ugh, it's the stuff of nightmares. Right. But of course, to get to the Ark, yeah, you enter here at this first section, and you have to fucking get through all these gates and unlock these giant sealed doors that fucking have like a dozen locks that all go, you know, you have to wait around dodging fucking Yoshida until these gates open, and then you get through and finally get the Ark over here.
I found it. It's at a site named Tau.
Oh, no, it's on Earth. It's so close to Phi, they almost made it. Damn it, it won't make it for long in that state. A couple of decades at most. That's not much to build a future.
If we got to it, could we get on the Ark?
I suppose, but I'm not exactly flexible at the moment.
No, I don't feel like taking these, really. No, fuck it, I'll do it. Why not? Physical condition. I'm never sure whether to answer this as Simon or as myself. Because I'm necessarily disconnected from how... Well, I know his physical condition is okay because he's unharmed. But unless he said how he felt, I wouldn't know. Oh, but this is the calibration survey, which you get asked second time.
I'll take us there. I can move, jump, swim, sort of. You're stuck in the door opener, the Omni tool. I'll just carry you there and you'll show me what to do.
That sounds really risky. Besides, I don't like the idea of you carrying me around.
Come on, Catherine. This is what you wanted to do. Your final mission. Let's launch the Ark.
We would need to find a way to get into the Abyss. Can't take the climber without a power suit. We probably have to go to Theta if the dumbass still working.
Okay, so we go to Theta.
I don't know, it's pretty far.
Catherine, look around. What else is there to do? Maybe there's still a working shuttle train that can take us to Theta.
I doubt it.
Just have a look around. Push comes to shove, I'll walk there.
Okay then, I'll just
We will be walking there.
Don't forget to take me with you.
Make no mistake.
I won't forget. Can I pull the Omni tool out?
Wait. Okay, just be sure to plug me in again at some point.
You got it.
Good luck, Simon.
Whatever, I'm out of here. I don't think there's really much else to investigate here, except for what's on that computer. Oh, there's a healing thing, in case you get fucked up by the, what is it called again? I just, the doujinshi, right? Oh yeah, and you get to run in with this dude. No, it's not a mockingbird. It's something else. It's some other type of robot. I always thought if you stood here long enough, he would actually break the glass, but no. That glass has got to be very thick for being at the bottom of the fucking ocean, so it's unlikely you could smash through it with brute force. Another healing thing. Oh, Lambda actually is a little bigger. We're just blocked off from the rest of it for necessity's sake because it doesn't serve a purpose for the story. I wonder what the red markers mean. Maybe those are relays or something? I guess I'll take this. Well, the funny thing is, it actually does apply to Simon right now because he has been, although he's not in a simulated reality, he is a continuation. He is a not strictly human continuation of his previous life or self. Anyway.
Is this from inside the Ark?
Yes. That's some early renders of the world inside.
How is she able to
It's
talk?
a whole lot comfier than this place.
She's not even plugged into anything. She's on my Omni tool. I would hope that they would model some of the environments to look like places from, like Myst and Riven. That would be really cool. Oh yeah?
Are you excited about the Ark? At first, I couldn't really see the point of it.
Wait, it's not
But
May.
then I thought,
If this was
why
taken in
shouldn't we?
July,
I mean, if we are able to save even just a small piece of ourselves, why wouldn't we do that?
so it's at least July 7.
I think it's really important we do this.
Because based on those logs, I thought that meant our scan was loaded at that date. But I guess it could have been loaded, but we were only powered up at sometime after. July 7. July 9. And this is when Catherine was still alive. Spoiler again. Okay, I don't know what the current date is then. But there's a definite... and Mark Sereng's the asshole that started convincing people to kill themselves for the continuity. And, as it turns out, another big spoiler, Ian Peterson is the motherfucker that ends up killing Catherine. Although it was during a struggle about a disagreement about what should be done with the Ark.
What are your thoughts on the Ark?
It's a great idea. Finally, we have something to do. Am I right?
Are you optimistic about the project's chances of, about The arc reaching space?
It can definitely be done. You already solved the biggest problem, how to actually get us all in there. Now all we have to do is build the damn thing, and hope Phi is still operational. Yeah, I think we can do it. But it's not gonna be easy.
I've also gotta hopefully avoid you smashing Catherine's head with a wrench.
What are your thoughts on the ARC project?
The idea is just incredible. By every definition. It really makes you think about what it means to be human.
What makes you say that?
Beyond the basics. Beyond the superficial. I'm convinced there's something with even greater value. You have provided a platform, which is not necessarily restricted to our digital progeny, but a means of actual survival. It's my sincerest belief that we can go on living through the reality of continuity.
Yeah, okay, you white glasses wearing hipster ass. Go out and find a crashed transport and find out we gotta walk to the next nearest one, which is at the shipwrecked or sunken ship Curie.
What? What is this? Curie Emergency Vessel 4. Hey, Simon, can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you get this thing running?
Hang on, I'll give it a try.
Door won't even seal.
Sorry, it's dead.
Worth a shot.
The CV came from Curie. It was a ship that used to make runs between Lambda and Lisbon. Looks like their wreck is close. Maybe you can find a vessel like this one inside.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll just save the security information and update the Omnitour. There. Should help you get around.
Great.
Another little friendly dude that for some reason causes a little bit of visual distortion. Which is usually restricted to enemies, but not always. But I'm not sure why he causes it, for instance, and not the guy with the little oxyhydro cutter, or whatever you call it. And jump scare in 3, 2... I think that's scripted to happen. I mean that, like, continual distortion even after it goes away. Obviously, his appearance is scripted. So stupid when I first played this. I mean, the first time you encounter one, before it even comes after you, she says, "Don't look at it." And I didn't heed that advice all the way through the Curie, where your main encounter with one is. And I just continually got fucked up because I didn't heed that advice and kept looking at it. Even if it's in the same room, if you look away and just sit there, it'll go away. I guess this is either another ship that crashed or another piece of the Curie that fell. So it's kind of a harbinger of the encounter to come. Though the developers are trying to teach the player what to expect. You've got this creature with like a disco ball head. With all these lights, it appears to be humanoid and can teleport. So it's like those are some of the features or abilities that it's going to have. And that you're getting near to an encounter with one. And here's a Curie, I believe. What really fucks me up about this, though, why are there... I mean, I understand it's capsized. Whatever capsized, or maybe capsized is like rotation. I don't know, but it's either this way or that way, going straight up or down. So I understand why that would be there, but then why is there a ladder? Perpendicular to it. It's so weird. Maybe some ships are built like that? I don't... But it's like some MC Escher architecture. Or like after it crashed, it continued to be built. To account based on its new position. I don't know. It's very, very... That was always very strange to me. Why there's stairs and ladders going in all these different directions. It's fucking strange.
Alright, we're in. Let's find a working escape vessel.
And so it gives you a little hint there. It's like, there it is. It's right next to you. But you can't get to it. You gotta go around. Okay, now that I understand you're supposed to fucking not look at this asshole, maybe I can actually get through it without too much trouble. Knock on wood. There he is. Looked at him already. Smart. Real smart. Alright. Wait for him to peek around here. There he is. Oh shit. Aha! I've bested you. Okay. Yeah, why the hell? God, that's strange. There's the shuttle, but we can't get it in it without causing a catastrophe or whatever with the ship by unplugging the power, which the WoW is supplying to keep it operational. I believe we got another guy in here. So I'm just gonna sneak around this way.
The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed. Impact.
Oh, there he is. Nobody home.
Attention crew, this is your captain speaking. The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed. Impact is imminent. Attention crew, this is your captain speaking. The final efforts to stop the comet have officially failed. Impact is imminent.
Alright. See, you haven't been hit once. Of course, I remember the layout pretty well. Gotta get up to the engine room. Here we are. Unplug a couple of these. And then we get chased out by the last Jianshi. If it was like Yangshi, I would think it was maybe Chinese, but I'm pretty damn sure it's Japanese. And Jianshi would be pronounceable in Japanese. It makes sense that that would be a Japanese term. Although I'm not positive that's it, that's just what I remember. Service required, yes. And then one more, and you get knocked out, and then you gotta fucking haul ass. What's up, dude?
Warning. Reactor collapse.
Alright, I'm the fuck out of here.
Proceed to the emergency device.
Down. Over. Safety.
Here, what are all these emergency? What did you do?
I messed up, okay? Can you get us out of here?
Yes, I just need to pump the water out and get a trajectory in place.
Hurry up!
Just a second. All right, taking off. Hold on to something.
So I skipped plugging her in before doing the unplugging the power, where she tells you that's what you need to do, essentially.
Can you steer this thing?
Starboard rudder is choking, but I can compensate.
How do you even know what direction we're going?
There's two slightly
Don't worry, I hooked up to the navigator.
slightly different
When I hit
interactions
Theta,
there.
It should be a matter of minutes.
I thought I was done for back there.
Seems like the WOW is keeping the Curie from going into a catastrophic failure state. I mean, how did it get on the ship?
Are you talking about the black tentacles in the engine room? I've seen them before at Upsilon. What are they?
They're a manifestation of a malfunctioning station-wide artificial intelligence called the WOW.
Station-wide? So we just made a powerful enemy.
No, it's not like that. The AI isn't a persona. It doesn't feel or think like we do. It's more like a cancer.
Was that the ship?
Looks like your sabotage worked better than expected. Brace for impact! Hold on, the blast just pushed us off the plateau!
What does that mean?
If I don't hit Delta, we're dead.
Rescue team, yeah. Not so much a team as it is a lone robot. But he does rescue.
I'll never get this open.
Hooray.
Oh, hey, little guy. Didn't expect to see you again. Don't worry, Kath. I'll find a way to Theta.
Okay, I am hurt, aren't I? Alright, let's find a butthole first. That's always the first priority in any situation, find a butthole. Okay, so... Ah, right. Okay, I just forget which one of those it is that contacts the Zeppelin at Theta.
Hell of a day, am I right? Can't believe how much I'm sweating in this suit.
Now, see, he doesn't cause distortions or noise or anything. Neither of them do.
Hey, could you maybe help? I need to get to Theta.
Give me some room, will you? Yeah? You put in a good word for me. I'm not sure that's a good thing. I'm just messing with you.
But it's where you are introduced to some of Terry Akers' antics. Yeah, let me in.
Good robot.
And the remains of some people. I forget if they were from Theta or Delta. Either way, Terry Akers killed them.
You saw that, right? You saw Akers fucking injecting that shit into them?
He got me pretty bad.
I think I made it worse pulling away. I can feel it bleeding out. Can you see him?
Fuck. He got on the Zeppelin. He's going back to Theta. We have to warn them.
Good luck with that. The platform radio is dead. Remember.
The Lumar Annex should work. It has to.
Yeah. You go. I'm not gonna make it. I'm just not.
Come on, Evans. We have to warn them. Come on.
That's all I really got in there. Let's see. And I forgot to look, but where we landed is like right on the fucking edge of the abyss here. Also, I think I remember seeing this in someone else's play, but if you purposely or accidentally fall off, he'll go down and grab you and pull you back up. I've got to see if that's true. Ah, it totally is. That's cool.
Thanks, little man. You're stronger than you look.
Oh, it really injures you, though. Fuck me. Okay, where is... that's the control room. Where's the place where Akers was playing chess and digging his eyeballs out? That's what I'm trying to find. Okay, there's the Zeppelin platform. I think it's here. but there is a healing thing. And it gives you some background on some of these. Okay, so that's the Qualia. Interesting name. That's the antagonistic one. And they tell you, because there's a moral choice coming up, where you have to get a Cortex chip in order to make the Zeppelin go, or something. And the only way to get one is to get one from a robot. And there just happen to be two swimming around. A Kate and a bull. Or I thought they were called a mockingbird. Maybe that's the common name for him. I don't know. And we've only seen one of those so far. They don't really do much as far as I'm aware. Neither of them support remote pilots, so they're automated. They both, because basically these are the two ones swimming around nearby. This one has somebody's brain scan in it, so it thinks it's a person, kind of like Carl in the other one. So it's kind of it's implying, which do you kill? The one that acts like it's human, or the one that has apparently the same level of intelligence, but it's not able to communicate with voice? And it's not human or sentient in the same way as the other one is, which has somebody's brain scan on it. It actually does, and they do have a name. There's somebody in the story, I forget what their name is, that ended up on this one, but the first time around, I took it from that guy because I wasn't, at this point in the story, I wasn't totally aware of the situation and how it all worked. I thought they were legitimately robots, that it was an AI that had acquired some kind of sentience or was masquerading as though it had sentience, which is an interesting concept in and of itself. I thought, oh, it's a robot. Well, they're both robots, but this one is trying to pull one over on me. But the second time, I thought, okay, there really is somebody's brain scan inside of it, operating it still. And it really is sentient. Whereas this one, as far as we know, it may have intelligence, but if it's not self-aware, even though it's cuter and more useful, so I went for that the second time around, which Catherine ends up chiding you for. Although she's partially joking. No, actually, it's got to be like 2104, right? Or am I misremembering the date? To wake up in the pilot seat, I know it was like May 9th or something, but I don't remember now if it was 2103 or 2104. I think it may have actually been, I mean, it couldn't have been 2103, right? I think it was actually 2104. Anyway. Harry, it's been decided that you and your crew will evacuate to Theta on the 14th. Everything is being taken care of, and you will all be given new positions as you arrive. You will have to fall into the ranks, of course. The last thing we need are more leaders. Fuck you, Kronstadt. I'm not going anywhere. You don't have the authority to make me, Terry. This isn't my orders, you idiot. I'm just the messenger. You want to stay? I can buy you some time if you want to hang out at your dump, but your crew is moving tomorrow. Kronstadt. Mr. Akers, I'm happy to inform you that your crew has safely arrived at Theta. Let me know when you're ready to move and I'll send a transport. And then 4 months later... Merry Christmas, Mr. Akers. Don't hesitate to ask if you want to be relocated to Theta. So, Akers was sitting around by himself for quite a while. Doing, as it turns out, playing chess and going fucking insane. And injecting himself, or eating structure gel. Or injecting it, or something like that. Open.
Shut. Probably for the best. Not sure I trust the shuttle train anymore.
Oh, it's a shuttle, okay. Okay, now where's the eyeball room? Oh, it's right up here. There we go. Eyeballs. So this is apparently where Akers was spending much of his time. Drawing on the walls. Crazy things. The light is hurting my eyes. He's telling me I don't need this vitreous flesh inside my skull to see salvation. I will gladly remove them. Stop them from obfuscating this divine mission. So supposedly he is the WoW. Also taking some pictures of things. Drawing a lot. Scribbling. Removing his eyeballs. Eating pills, playing cards. My reflection in the black blood of our warden whispers. I need to save them from this hell. Let them sleep. Lock them in the lucid dreams I've seen. It would be interesting to know what exactly some of these creatures see. You know, or what their reality is like. Somehow it doesn't sound great, but I guess Akers was convinced of it, so maybe maybe it's not all bad. Oh, and I forgot to look on the other computer, but when you go to chess, it says 1,000 games have been won. Or 1,000 games have been played, at least. I forget if they were all won. It's exciting to watch WoW claim Delta. Half a year ago, I'd be worried. I'd have Goya and Juan clean the black blood from the machinery. Now its crusty surfaces seem to complement, even outshine what Delta was. I love that even on paper they have a little bit of, looks like it's maybe laminated, but they have a bit of, I forget if you call that bump mapping or normal mapping. Nice little detail, though. It even shows up on the back of somebody's badge as a watermark, which is super cool. So that's Acres going mad. Okay, now to adjust the antenna to contact the Zeppelin, I need to figure out which Zeppelin I need to contact. This is basically just a cargo log. Malfunctioning Haimatsu satellite from 5. Frame components, Pascal cartridge, fuselage, arc shell to Phi. Delta evacuation. Komoribi survey group, where they were killed by Acres, and then unspecified to Theta, which was Acres going to Theta. Okay, so here we can find the different channels, 49, 840, and 216. I forget which one it is. But you have to adjust the antenna first. 49, 840, 216. Oh, okay. So you can associate those with the colors. So I think we do want 49, right? Actually, I don't know. It could be any of them, I think. I'll try 49 first, but... God damn it. Fuck.
Strasky, you can see the Zeppelin now.
Good. Sorry about the mess. Without the positioning system, the Zeps just keep losing their set routes. Voljet did say that you could have fixed it on your side by redigging the antenna. I guess it doesn't matter now. Are all of you coming?
No, just me, Goy, and Creer. Acres is set on being a stubborn old man.
Oh, he said I'm being something.
See you soon, Brandon. Happy evac.
Peter, can you hear me?
I hear you, Terry. I mean, Mr. Acres, sir.
I've changed my mind. I would like to come to Theta. Let Delta sleep.
Of course. Wow. Honestly, didn't expect to hear from you again. Such a long time since you checked in. We have a few divers in a Zeppelin surveying Lambda at the moment. I'll just make sure they pick you up when they're done.
Thank you for the warning. I'll make sure they feel welcome.
Okay. See you when you get here.
Nothing suspicious about that. Nothing at all.
Man, you can really tell when Astrid is off platform. This place turns into such a locker room. Not in a good way, either.
Okay, channel 5. That's 49. Channel 7 is the red one.
I just say we
2
keep
is
things
green.
classy, even when women aren't around. You know?
Alright, now we've established a link with 49. See if it's contactable.
Transport active. Unspecified cargo.
There we go.
The Zeppelin's on its way. Gotta get ready.
I'll just stand under it. I'll probably be okay, right?
That's definitely the Zeppelin. Calm down, we're safe.
Oh, it's really disconcerting popping in and out of existence like that. Where are we now?
Delta, at least that's what you said before the crash.
Oh, right. Of course. Is this a Zeppelin?
Appropriately named. You think it can get us to Theta?
It's a cargo transport. They use them for moving materials between the sites, anything that's too big for the shuttles. I'm sure it can carry us. Why won't it work? Come on. Oh, the tool chip is bust.
Isn't that part of the Omni tool?
Look who's been paying attention.
I had to deal with that back at Upsilon.
Then you know how it works. We need to get a new tool chip and switch it.
Care to point me in the direction of the closest tool chip storage?
I think it would be easier to just take one from a robot.
What? Just knock a robot over the head and steal their chips?
The toolbox over there says it has a stun baton. You could use that.
Come on, I don't want to hurt anyone. Isn't this a bit much?
It's just a robot, Simon.
We're just robots. Sort of. I'll get us a chip. I feel awful.
The robots only appear intelligent. They're much more like dogs than humans.
I wouldn't hit a dog.
Sorry, poor choice of words.
I don't want to hurt anything.
Well, we need a tool chip or we're stuck here.
Guess I have no choice.
The funny thing is, even if you don't decide to shoot the cute one there and kill the mockingbird or the bull or whatever you want to call it, the little one sees what you do and then becomes afraid of you and moves away when you get near it. So it's like, you fuck up either way. Or you feel bad either way.
Yeah. You're so full of shit, Brandon. I've seen you when payload manager Alice Coster shows up.
I think it's more morally defensible to take this one out, the little one, but...
You'd let her manage your payload? What? That doesn't even make sense. Come on. Stop messing around and get back to work.
Oh well. Sorry, guy.
Oh, come on.
I wonder if you can shoot both of them.
Forget it, Akers. I'm not playing with you anymore. Brandon? You okay? What the hell happened? I don't get it. What was that?
Oh, Jesus, I feel terrible. I'm gonna go after him. I'm sorry. I don't have a choice. Well, I do, but... I chose you. Bad luck. There it goes. Bill? This is horrible. There he goes. Jesus, it sounds like a baby. Oh, fuck. Fucking horrid. God, I forgot how much that sucks. Either one.
This works.
Now I want to see if it... I still have my gun. Oh, wait, can I shoot both of them? I never even thought you could do that. Aw. It's still flashing. Hang on. Nah, I don't think I can pick it up. Otherwise an icon would appear over it. How you doing? Sorry for shooting you. Uh-oh. Damaged him a little bit. Wow. So I made an even worse decision. I didn't think it was possible to make it even worse. So I killed one of them and wounded the other. But I haven't heard this dialogue before, so that's something. All twitchy now. Well, anyway. And then she's gonna chide me for shooting the little one.
Thanks, Simon. Don't be mad, okay? We really needed that chip. We'd be stuck here.
Could you do it? Kill a robot like that?
I get attached to them too. I'm not a monster. But in this case, it had to be done.
Is there a difference between them? I went for the small one.
No! Not a Kate! Those are so cute!
What?
Don't worry. They're dumber than rocks.
You're the worst.
No, they're
beginning to
significantly smarter than rocks.
I mean, really sink in. I'm a robot.
Didn't we cover this already?
Guess I've known ever since I woke up at Upsilon. I just keeps
If you
suppressing
kill
it.
the dude,
Like my brain
he
doesn't
becomes
want me to
afraid
think
of
about
you.
it. It's really getting hard not to think about it.
Yeah. Could
He
you
has
maybe hit that switch over there
self-preservation
so we can get
instinct.
moving?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Without even telling him. To help you open a door, he sees you attempting to get in a door that won't open. So he understands that set of that action, the expected result and the lack of that result, and then assists you. That's pretty fucking smart. God, this one's still alive. Wonder who that is. Oh, I guess we should go, huh? Oh yeah, while you're moving on this, if you jump, you kind of move back because of the water pushing you. Or it's not that the water's pushing you. It's body at rest tends to stay at rest. So without the friction and the gravity holding you to
You're
the
really
transport,
good back there, Simon. We got a slight delta detour, but we're back on track.
you want to cease movement.
We should touch down on a cargo platform just outside Theta. Then we just head inside, grab the Dunbat, and head down the abyss. 4,000 meters. That's a long way. We don't have to worry, though, because with the Dunbat, the Ark could have been in the Mariana Trench. It'll hold for anything.
That's great.
And then we can start listening to other people when they talk, because that's how conversations work.
What? Oh, sorry. I just can't stop thinking about what we've become. It's clear that we're no longer human. But then how can I feel like Simon? How can I feel like anything at all? I mean, technically I don't have any ears, no mouth. Christ, that's a weird thing to think about. I mean, I'm making sounds. I'm still saying things.
You have a speech synthesizer.
Okay. Your new body most likely has senses similar to those you had as a human. And your mind, only knowing one way to perceive the world, superimposes that skill set on top of your new features.
So my mind is covering it up, pretending nothing's different.
If it didn't, you'd probably be incapable of interacting with the world at all. And the stress would either kill you or make you go insane.
So I've found a good balance between awareness and ignorance. Does that mean I shouldn't think about this stuff, or are my thoughts actually making me cope? Could I tip the balance by suddenly gaining some insight and go insane?
I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, we have real things to deal with. Saving mankind, remember? Speaking of which, we're closing in on Theta. I'll eject the Omnitool. As always, don't forget to take me with you.
Kath, before you go, the artificial intelligence you mentioned in the escape vessel?
Uh-huh, yeah,
What do you
the
think,
warden
Goka?
unit,
What
the
do you
WOW.
think?
Is it the WOW's fault that we're like this? I mean, it seems like something an unreliable AI would do.
I suppose it set the ball in motion, but it's not directed with purpose. It's really complicated to explain how machines think, Simon. Concentrate on getting inside Theta, okay? See you soon.
Oh.
Do you hear me speaking? Of course you do. I wanted to let you know that I know. You didn't blindly pick me out of the herd. The slow waves of Delta crashing against the shore have an undertow that pulls you into a slumber. It's a beautiful thing. And I won't be selfish. I will help. Tuck them in. Watch them sleep. They too will find peace within the universe of the WoW.
Anyway. The Theta is a pretty big place. In that there's a lot to do and it takes a while to get out. Or get through it all. Like, it is quite big. I think it's pretty much the biggest area in the game. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Strasky, wake up Dr. Masters. We're bringing in anchors.
What's wrong?
What can I say? He's had a rough day.
Jesus Christ. He's all butchered by structure shrapnel. The lab surgeon a number on him.
Brandon, flip the panic switch on the suit. I don't want to burn through the oxygen.
You're kidding, right? He's fucking hanging on by a thread. We need to move him.
Strasky, get the infirmary ready. We need to move fast.
Wait. Where are Komorabi and the others?
This is all we got. I guess it's still at Delta.
I can't do this on my own. Grab the other side.
Strask, ready or not, we're coming in.
All right. See you soon.
So we've got a makeshift graveyard for the members of Theta that killed themselves after Mark Serang told them about fucking continuity. I think there's at least 4. Eternity Among the Stars. No names, though. But you do find out which ones. Obviously, Mark Serang is the first. I know there's also Robin Bass. And the other 2, I forget.
This thing on? Can everyone hear me?
Go ahead, Strom.
Listen up, all members of staff. The ARC project has caused a lot of arguments the last few months. I'm not going to pretend I understand what the hell Serang talked about and how his continuity suddenly made sense to kill yourself. For the fucking love of God, or whatever you think is important, don't kill yourself. This place is miserable enough. Don't force your friends to clean up your blood. Rest in peace, all of you. Good?
Beautiful, sir. All right, everyone. Show's over. Get back to work.
Can't even tell if I'm framed or not. Suppose that's good enough. Oh, other way. I think I might save Theta for the next episode just because it's so long and I don't want to stop in the middle of it. As far as actually going in, anyway. Or starting, you know, doing this and that.
That's everything, right? Thank you, Catherine. Wait. Am I already here?
Hello?
Who is that? Mark?
No, we haven't met before.
Is this Mark?
I think we're safe.
Oh,
I was so worried something had gone wrong.
Man.
What's your name?
Robin Bass. Theta Field Service Technician.
Nice to meet you, Robin. How did you get here?
I got scanned, like the others. And then I killed myself. At least I think so. I can't remember that part.
How does that work? Did dying get you into the Ark?
Wow, you're definitely not from Theta. Let me guess, Omicron? Wasn't sure Catherine would be able to scan you guys. You're lucky. There was a lot of talk about this at Theta. The idea is, when you're activated in the Ark, there's basically two of you, right? One human, one living scan in the Ark. You don't want your copy to survive you. You yourself want to survive on the Ark. If the human you dies before the scan is initiated, or closely after, you yourself would live on in the Ark. Amazing, right?
Only there's no way
I don't understand.
to verify that. It's a copy of you. Whether or not your experience transfers continuously from the human you to the scan on the Ark. You would act exactly the same either way. It's entirely an act of faith. It's cultish and really unfortunate. I mean, they are doomed anyway.
Where is everyone?
But
I'm not the only one who got scanned.
Did Catherine put you up to this? Killing yourself?
Catherine Chun? No. I don't think you understand. She just did scans and put them into the Ark. I hope I get to meet her soon so I can apologize. She always got into trouble with Strohmeyer when someone killed themselves.
I think she's okay with it.
Where is everyone? I thought there would be like 40 or 50 people here.
I don't know. I'll let you know if I see anyone. Robin, I'm not sure how to say this.
What?
This is...
Yeah?
Pretty amazing, right? I mean, the Ark.
Yeah, it's great. Catherine and the guys have really pulled through. They saved us all.
Poor Robin.
See you later.
Will do.
I'll be going now.
Let me know if you find anyone else.
You good?
I think so. I feel fine.
Although, yet again, you have the choice to kill her, which,
Mark? Hello?
This one's a bit harder. Because it's not clear that she's suffering. Now, we know that she's not on the Ark.
It's different, though.
And she's kind of trapped here. I don't know, man.
Maybe this is paradise.
She's clearly not suffering. But given a circumstance like this, you could imagine her eventually going insane given enough time. Besides me passing through, incidentally, there's nobody for her to talk to.
Something I'll get better at.
She's clearly struggling to cope with it. That's a hard one.
Huh?
I wish you could make the decision to tell her where she actually is. and then ask her if she wants to be unplugged.
What? Huh.
However, if you choose to poison the poison the WoW, the core, the WoW core, it's implied that the WoW is going to die, and with it, everything it was keeping alive. So you would effectively still be killing her, because she's clearly being kept alive by the WoW. That's literally the connection you sever, is her being plugged into the WoW. So if it would happen anyway by doing that, and I think, given that decision, because there are so many people that are, it's hard to even say that they're living. They're essentially, I'd like to say they're comatose, but it could be possible that they're still conscious but unable to communicate in any way, just being kept on minimal life support by the WoW. But clearly they're not doing well. If anything can be said, they're not thriving. So I think the total mercy, killing the WoW and everything it's keeping alive, is the better decision. Even if by doing that, it's quite a moral conundrum. Because by doing that, it's possible you may be killing somebody who actually doesn't want to die. We don't know with her, because she doesn't know the truth. She doesn't know where she actually is and what she is. And if she were to know that information, would she want to continue? I don't know. But I think it's all but absolute that she does die if you kill the Ark. The Ark, I keep saying the Ark. If you kill the WoW. Oh, there's 5. I think there's 5 graves.
Sarah, are you there? Who is this? Catherine? I'm busy working.
Oh, I just wanted to say thank you for what you did.
Don't worry about it, but you should stand up for yourself. I mean, Strohmeyer doesn't have that kind of authority. You could just tell him to go fuck himself.
Oh, I just don't.
I'm not that kind of a person. You can't expect people to fight for you all the time. You're a brilliant person, Kath. You're so smart it makes my head spin, but sometimes you just disappear into yourself. Suddenly it's like talking to a fucking 5-year-old.
It's just hard. I can't just be more like that. Everyone would know I'm pretending.
It's not too late to win people over. Strasky likes you. I like you. Reed likes you.
Strasky likes everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
You think Reed likes me? Catherine, a lot of people like you.
I see how it is
Just need to
implied that
open up a
Catherine
little.
and Reed
Be
may
more
have been
approachable. Can I get
romantic.
back to work now? I'd rather not be reprimanded twice in one day. Okay. See you back inside. Over and out.
I can see that. I didn't think that before. I thought it was just one of her few friends. But I think perhaps it is possible that there may have been some sort of relationship there. That is a large door. Also a large place. That's weird. Screen turned white. And so we have Theta.
Hello? Anyone there? Well, Catherine, we found Theta.
I think I'm gonna end it here. Well, thanks for watching, if anybody was, and yeah, I'll continue with Theta at some point next time. Maybe tomorrow, or Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday, whatever, when I feel like it. But Soma really is a great game. Well now. Yep. I really need to make like a what the hell? There's something glitching out with my camera. Or OBS, the overlay. It looks like it was like spazzing out or something. I really need to make a generic title card for like game streams and stuff, because the channel card that I normally use is not gonna do it, or at least none of the ones I've used, because it's all for manga editing. Well then.